So we're in the fourth and final week of Advent, and we're celebrating this week joy. But what is joy? Well, joy is not the same, for instance, as happiness. Happiness is dependent on things going right, going well in our lives. But joy isn't dependent on those outside forces. Happiness requires positive conditions, good health, good employment, security, friends, family, good relationships, those kinds of things. But joy, on the other hand, can be found even when those conditions don't exist. I think one of the great misunderstandings of modern Christianity is this belief that somehow Christians are supposed to be happy all the time. And the sadness of that is it can lead people sometimes to try and bear the most difficult situations, try and bear the load of that on their own, because they feel that admitting to depression or feeling sad would be a bad witness for their faith. Christians aren't supposed to be depressed, they might believe. They're supposed to be happy. But not acknowledging sadness or unhappiness is not healthy. And certainly the Bible acknowledges sadness and grief as being a part of life. Happiness, then, is that great feeling you have when everything is going smoothly in life. But joy can be found, even in the midst of trouble, when you put that trouble into God's hands. Now, happiness and joy have no fear. Happiness has no fear because there's nothing to be afraid of. Joy has no fear because we've become willing to trust God. Another way we might put it is that we have happiness because of our situation, but we have joy in spite of our situation, because life can be difficult at times. No one's life runs flat or smooth from beginning to end. We've all suffered, and most of us will suffer again in the future. So where do we find this joy? As a Christian, I seek to find it in the hope, the peace, and the love that I receive as a gift given freely from God. Joy, then, is rooted in the sense of unconditional love, a love that comes from God and is experienced in those around us.